All right, what's up, y'all? I'd like to thank y'all for checking out the We Want More podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Moore. Got my man Asante right here with me. Now, this is the pilot episode, so before I get into things, I guess I kind of got to set the scene for what this is. I don't want to really look at this like a comedy podcast. I look at this as just a podcast done or hosted by a comedian. So it's going to be a little bit of comedy, but also a good mixture of just social commentary, just talking about regular shit and just kicking it.
We're casual observers of the world, and we're going to give you our casual observations, and they might be funny. And if not, then just listen, because we're gonna be saying some true shit too.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be funny, but I also do want it to be just some true shit because being a comedian, you know how people just always think, oh, you got jokes, right? And it's like, no, nigga, I just be having thoughts.
Yeah, like I can't go to sleep at night. Not because I'm thinking of jokes. I just be thinking about like fucking, I don't know, the automotive industry, just like random shit.
Yeah. So, and I also wanted to just open things up to just showcase who I am. You know, I've encountered so many people over the years since I moved. You know, I'm originally from Philly.
Yeah. So tell them who you are.
Yeah. So if you listen to this, you might know me from, I don't know, you might have seen me perform somewhere in New York. I might have performed at your college somewhere in the Midwest. Or you might even know me outside of comedy, whether that be from we went to school together, we might have played ball together somewhere. So I had so many different walks of life that people know me from. So I figure I just pull it all together in one place to give these experiences through my lens. So who is Anthony Moore? You know, I'm a comedian. I'm originally from Philly, like I said. I lived in Brooklyn for about 5 years now, and now I'm in North Jersey, which I'm loving. I'm loving this shit.
You want to tell them where in Jersey we at, or we keeping that on the low?
No, I got to keep that on the low.
Yeah, don't tell people where
I don't need niggas bothering me while I'm out here with my cockapoo.
Yeah.
I moved here so I can enjoy my peace.
Yeah, and also people will start moving in if they find out that this is a nice place to
rent.
Right.
Like, I'm part of the problem because I'm cool with gentrification as long as I'm doing it.
The thing about gentrification is you're not supposed to broadcast it. You're supposed to just pull up and just be there, not tell everybody that you know, hey, come over here, it's cheap. And
and it's great. No, I be telling niggas, no, we living horrible around here.
Yeah, I thought this shit was like the ghetto when you was describing it. You trying to keep me out of here? I'm like, nigga, damn, me too.
Yeah, but I'm from Philly. Comedian now, full-time comedian now. I used to work in schools. I used to work in schools as a paraprofessional for a couple years. I went full-time right before the shutdown. And shit, actually, it just made 3 years of me doing this full time. So it's all starting to come together a little bit. And like I said, my man talking to my right of me. I got my man Asante. You want to tell a little bit about yourself?
Of course, I want to tell these people about myself because they might not know me. You know, a lot of people don't know me, but a lot of people do know me. You know,
but they're gonna get to know you.
They gonna get to know me. They gonna know probably too much about me at some point. But, you know, if you know me, you might know me from just, you know, I'm from Philadelphia. You know, I was just everywhere in the city.
What part of Philly?
Interacting. I'm from Northeast Philadelphia. It's the cool part. It's the coolest part of Philadelphia.
It's Northeast. The safest part.
Shut the fuck up. It's good. It's a nice little area, though. You might meet, I know a lot of people from there, so you might know me from there. But, like, I was a skateboarder, so I was everywhere. You know, I was in the city. I was outside of the city, Philly, Jersey, New York. You definitely know me, you know, from skateboarding.
All right.
Nobody know me from comedy yet, to be honest. But you might know me. You know, I've been around. I'm a comedian. I'm in the streets. Right. I'm in the clubs. I'm in the world, interacting, performing, making the people laugh. I'm doing a lot of different things. You might even
are you trying to convince us or you?
I'm just like, people know me, but they don't know me.
No, it's all good. It's all good. They're going to get to know you as we do this.
You might have did a shitty tattoo on one of my arms or something. I've been around.
How many tattoos you got?
I don't know. It's like less than 10.
I mean, it's more than I don't got shit.
Yeah, but, you know, you a square. So.
Yeah. I'm a square, but your parents still together.
Nigga, that's how you become truly unhappy as a person. Your parents still together? That's where you learn true disdain and how to truly hate a person. Nah, it's like, my parents are cool.
Yeah, so I wanted to do this podcast for a few different reasons. One, this is kind of like my introduction to comedy. So when I was in high school, I used to do this was before podcasting was a thing. I remember this might have been my senior year. They had came out with like the iPhone 3GS. It was like the first iPhone where you could just record a video and just upload it straight to YouTube. So I would do this every Thursday.
How long were the videos that you recorded? Because I remember if you recorded a video too long,
Yeah.
your phone would start to get hot and shit. Like
No, I would do
burn you.
I would do like a good half hour, 45-minute video. So
How old were you? 15?
I was like 17, it's like 16, 17. So I would just record this straight to YouTube and upload it every Thursday. It was unorganized. And it was more so kind of inside jokes. That's what all that and more originally was. Like, cause my whole idea was me uploading a video every Thursday at 9:08. Cause you know how a sitcom is half hour, but it's really 22 minutes with commercials.
So you had commercials?
So no, I would just do like my whole idea was to do it just 22 minutes just straight of just me just talking, being funny.
That's a very 15-year-old idea.
Right. But it was so organic because it was just me not trying to be perfect. It was just me just giving myself to whoever wanted to watch. And it was honest because I wasn't thinking and I didn't know any structure. So I was just on there just being funny by myself and not in my own head.
That's cool, man. That's an innovative thing for a kid to do. Did you make sure to delete all of that stuff though? Because you will get canceled.
No, I definitely deleted because
15-year-olds should not be talking to the world.
Especially a 16, 17-year-old in West Philly with just the most toxic of views.
Oh, you could say anything. You know what they call the Chinese restaurants in
yeah.
It's like you can't even say that shit.
Yeah. Because I would like to make an episode too. Yeah, I don't want to.
We're talking about the past.
Yeah, but and I wanted to do this to also add some nuance and context, just behind. You know how you'll say something online and people just take it as face value because jokes just read horribly online.
Yeah, you gotta let people know who you really are, so that when they see the things that you say in the future, they know the place that you're coming from. So for me, this podcast is really just for, like I said, I wanted to be seriousness mixed with comedy. So I want you to come here knowing that if we do say something and it sounds serious, that is not malicious, and it could be us just joking. It's just us just joking, and just to add context behind that. Yeah, you gotta show people who you are if we in this line of business. You know, we comedians, so we always telling jokes. We always come up with like, what's funny about this? What's funny about that?
So don't come listen to the podcast ready to give a dissertation if you just didn't like a clip. Because I've definitely had that happen a few times where people seen me do a clip on an online show or something, and it's this is exactly the problem with society today. That's like, yeah, I was just hanging with my homie. Yeah,
that's just what it is. And sometimes, you know, we just talk about shit and there is no joke. Sometimes it's just real fucking life, and it's got to be that. That's why it's good to do this, because as comedians, we always funny. Like, shit's going on, you know.
All right. So I guess since we talk about being from Philly, how long have you been in Brooklyn now?
I've been in Brooklyn for about 2 years now.
2 years? Okay.
Yeah, happily.
Okay. So for me, this year I make it 8 years since I moved from Philly. So I moved 2015. I moved September 2015. So this
you ever feel like you lost your Philadelphia-ness at any point?
I wouldn't say I feel like I lost it, but I've definitely unlearned a lot of stuff. I had to unlearn a lot of stuff moving from Philly. Do you feel like you unlearned anything from moving from Philly? Well,
yeah, I learned what to call a Chinese restaurant.
The proper name?
Yeah, the proper name.
Is I guess actually two things, a two-part question. Is there anything you unlearned moving from Philly and things that you just unlearned about being a black man since you moved? Because for me, I've got rid of a lot of ideas. Like, I'm sure if I was to go back home and just talk to certain people back home now that's still kind of stuck in their ways, I know a lot of niggas would be shocked at how progressive I've become.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be progressive if you in a place like New York, especially like Brooklyn, because, you know, you come here with any sort of stereotypical ideas about the way people are, you're going to have all of it broken. Like, you might see just the weirdest type of person, and you know he's got like a top hat on and he's shirtless in the winter
On a unicycle.
On a unicycle, and then it turns out like he is the smartest person you've ever met, and he's gay.
You know what I've definitely unlearned? Small shit like carrying umbrellas. Like I make sure I'm prepared now.
Yeah, I mean you're not a pussy if you got an umbrella out here. I don't know where you at. But
I vividly remember being with one of my cousins and it was raining. Like we chilling on the porch and it's raining, and the guy was walking down the street, walking down the block, minding his business with an umbrella. And my cousin was so serious, like, look at this bitch. It ain't even raining at her.
Yeah, like you know how many times I heard this nigga got an umbrella? What the?
Yeah, and it's
scared
like
to get wet. No,
but that's the thing. Simple stuff like that. When I was in Philly, I thought like, no, I just gotta throw on a hoodie and just throw the hood up. Where it's like now, it's like I don't have to live like that.
No, you don't have to, because you think about it, it's like, why was I doing this type of shit? Because I was scared of what somebody would say about what I'm doing, which is the worst possible way to live. It's terrible.
Oh, excuse me.
Nobody, anything. That's why I'll be mad when people, you were saying like, you know, we'll try to make a joke or somebody get mad at you for that shit. It's like, why do you care what I say?
Right.
Why do you don't even know me?
I will say though, I do have certain pants that I won't wear back home.
Well, like because of the tightness or the color. I remember I wore some like tight ass pants. Niggas call me Peter Pan. I can't wear tight pants.
But they not even just tight. They just more so fitted. I got fitted jeans that I wear no problem in Manhattan and Brooklyn. But I know if I go back home, people gonna be like, yo, don't get your nut ass out of here with them tight ass jeans.
Well, if you got tight ass jeans on and they at your waist, that's wild. Because really, you can wear tight pants, but then you gotta be sagging and you gotta have like a Louis belt on.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not at that point yet. But because I shop at Zara a lot.
Zara pants, tight Zara pants. I can see it now. Okay. Yeah, you get made fun of for that shit.
Yeah, for sure. And also, what else do I have? I got a bunch of UGG stuff.
Uggs?
I got a few pair of Uggs. My barber, he actually used to this is why I felt bad about wearing them, because he used to say like Uggs, they stand for you go girl. So
that's funny as shit.
Yeah, so I used to always I'd be looking at them when I was in Philly like, damn, them shits look comfortable.
They do look comfortable, but it really does look like feminine. And it's nothing wrong with looking feminine, but do you want to invite that kind of energy in your life? Like if you somewhere where you know niggas is homophobic, you might just want to be like, all right, let me just not invite the criticisms.
Right, yeah. I feel you.
But sometimes you gotta just be like, fuck it. If I'm gay today, I'm gay today. I'm wearing Uggs.
No, I love my Uggs, man. I got a few pair. I got the boots with the laces. I got Ugg slippers. I got an Ugg blanket right here next to me. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, because like people wear Crocs too, and there's no real negative connotations of Crocs. Like
no, it definitely is.
Is it for real?
Yeah, I hear a lot of niggas come at Crocs, but even
I've been in New York too long then, because nobody give a fuck about that shit.
No, I felt that way too until I got my dog.
Niggas been here be wearing leg warmers, like Richard Gene Simmons or whatever that 80s workout nigga was.
I felt that way about Crocs too, and then I'm like, oh shit, I could just throw these on real quick to like to go run my errands.
Yeah. I ain't like them at first. You know who? You know
like
that
my
rapper,
mom.
Just put on some comfortable shit with a bonnet. Yeah. Go to the store. You know that rapper Babytron?
No, from where?
He like a white dude from Detroit, and he just wear Crocs in like every video.
All right, so I knew that he was from Detroit. Like I heard that name associated with Detroit rappers before. Did not know he was from. Did not know he was white.
I think he might be mixed or something, because he don't say the N-word.
Oh, okay.
So like he look white, he don't say nigga. He might be mixed with black, but it's not clear enough to where he wants to put that out there. You know. Them kids, the little rapping scammer drug dealers, they're doing something.
You know, one thing that what else have I learned since I moved? Since I moved to Jersey, I had no problem calling the cops. I told you about that.
Yeah.
Well,
we tell everybody about that. You tell everybody about how you don't mind calling the cops. You proud of that shit. You like got a fucking phone holster on your hip.
All right, so
just ready.
So the reason, all right, for the listeners, the reason why I have been calling the cops, I've been catching people. Well, at my old building, I was catching people steal packages out my package room. So my old building, I lived on the first floor, and me, I'm a housewife. Like at night I do comedy, but during the day I get up, I get my workout in. I might go to Panera, I take care of my dog, and then I was just catching niggas steal packages. So, and I was you know how I was catching them? Because they would go in the package room and they was leaving the boxes open. Like if they would just take the whole boxes, I wouldn't have known people shit was missing because all my packages was fine. So for me, I was just catching them off the principle.
So wait, they went in the package room and they opened up the boxes, just took what was in there.
Like they would open up the box and see if they wanted something. So one of my neighbors, he had ordered a bunch of Epsom salt. So when they felt the box, they thought like, oh shit, this is heavy. It must be something good in here. Then they look, it's like, oh nigga, I don't want relaxed muscles. So they just left it. So then I started peeping. I'm like, oh, is people coming in to check out what they want?
I kind of respect that more because I've had packages stolen and it'd be some shit that I know nobody else would want. Yeah. I'm like, why the fuck didn't you just see what the fuck it was first and just leave it if you don't like it?
But I caught a few people like that. I caught a few people. So, and before that, I would have never called the cops. I would have never, like before, if I was in Philly, I would have just wanted to like step to him like, what's up?
Yeah, you got to just be like a private investigator and watch and then try to like jump out when somebody doing it.
But now I'm at that point where I'm like, yo, I'm a civilian. I am not about to take this shit into my own hands. I am calling the authorities.
It's really nothing wrong with that. I mean, you are kind of a fuck nigga for it, but it's not wrong. It's just corny. Being corny is not wrong.
No, ain't shit wrong with being corny.
Corny niggas is the ones that
these niggas is growing old.
Apps.
Yeah. I'm cool.
Corny people have grandchildren.
Yeah, I'm cool off of being cool. Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean,
or trying to be tough.
That's why I don't, like fucking people snitch and shit, and then like regular civilians talk shit like we got something to do with it. Like 6ix9ine.
Right.
He got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? For I don't know, in Miami, which is weird. It's like, why the fuck is he in he's got his ass whooped at LA Fitness in Miami by a nigga from Miami.
That was wild to see because I'm like, damn, y'all in here bringing Blink energy to LA Fitness. like it's certain things you expect from your gym membership.
But LA Fitness, you rich.
Yeah, like I would expect that. I expect a fight. I expect to get jumped in the bathroom at a Planet Fitness or Blink. LA Fitness, I expect them to have some type of decorum to we can handle this in the parking lot. Or
I don't know about that, bro. I think LA Fitness is still public enough to where like if you snitched on people or you just high profile and like to talk shit, you shouldn't be there.
Did you see? So it was actually a video where somebody in the gym had recorded him working out. They had called him. So before they fucked him up, because you know when they caught him in the bathroom, he had like a bubble coat, some little shorts. I guess.
So he was in the LA Fitness in Miami wearing a coat.
Yeah.
Why the fuck he got a coat on in Miami? First of all,
because he was on the Stairmaster. He was on the Stairmaster, so I guess he just wanted to burn more calories.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah, but it's so horrible. Not that I feel bad for him because he definitely deserved it for how he was talking.
See, that's what I want to get. I was like, how does he like we regular ass people? We don't got nothing to do with the fucking Bloods or whatever.
Got nothing to do with it.
Like, what do we? Right. Why do we fucking? Oh, he deserved that. He shouldn't have snitched. He fucked a 13-year-old girl. That's what he should have got beat up for. Nobody give a fuck about that though. Right. Nobody hated him until he snitched on people that we don't know. That could have been they could have been doing anything.
That's what's wild about the streets. It's like, yo, you did shit to this girl. All right, we gonna rock with you, but yo, you better not go against us. Yeah,
and that's fine. Like that's the life that they're living. They're supposed to do that. But like, motherfucker, you work in tech. What you care about snitching for?
But it gotta like just be fucked up, or like you just in your head like, damn, these niggas really whooping my ass after leg day.
He can't run. He's just like fucking jello legs.
Yeah,
tired as shit. Cramping up. Getting your ass whooped and cramping up sounds like a horrible fucking experience.
Yeah, like let me get a banana in me first. Let me get my potassium back up.
Let me get a banana in me.
That's a crazy pause. But I mean, but
we're not making it to episode 2 if we keep talking like that.
No, we progressive now though. So
Yeah,
so we leaving them pauses in Philly.
Yeah,
It slips. Yeah, it slips. The toxicness slips in and out.
I don't think anybody on earth could argue with a nigga saying, "Let me get a banana in me." That is insane.
Shit. But I do feel like he deserved, just for how he was talking crazy. How do you feel? But
I agree with that.
How do you feel about, I guess the topic of snitches? Because you know they saying the same thing about Gunna too.
All right, let me make sure I'm clear with everybody. If you have never living, I don't know what fucking. If you've never lived a life of crime, your opinion does not matter. So you should hear shit like this. Like, you heard Gunna snitch, and you should go, I got work in the morning. I don't give a fuck. Because that's really how we should react to that shit.
Right.
Why the fuck should the streets matter to the average person, especially to the average black person? Like, why is that so valuable to us?
Right.
That shit don't matter to me.
And that shit has to be tiring. Keeping it real all the time.
Yeah, man. Remember that kid from fucking Philly, the little TikTok rapper that he got canceled for like.
Bro, he got canceled because I vividly remember this because I was on Clubhouse. This was during the pandemic. They were having a discussion about it. I forget the young kid name, but he basically
Pop Hunter. Yes,
he saw.
That's what it was.
He saw somebody commit a crime. He saw somebody. I think one of his friends might have lost their lives or something like that.
Yeah, somebody got.
And he saw this. And he saw this when he was a teenager. Might have been 14, 15, like he was young. He was young. I think he might have been in middle school at the time. And now he blows up off this song, and people pull up his I guess his record. I don't know what they call that shit, but they
his paperwork.
Yeah,
we found your paperwork.
Niggas love to say that. We found your paperwork. Niggas don't know. You ask somebody, yo, where your birth certificate at? I don't know. I think my mom got it in the lockbox. But these niggas know how to find some paperwork.
I don't know how they find that shit. Honestly, I think what it is because a lot of shit comes down to you fucking somebody that work in somewhere that could get you some shit. Like if you fucking a girl
at the DMV.
Like you fucking girl that work at the DMV or that work in like fucking billing, they can find people like that. Yeah. So that's why it's valuable to fuck girls with good jobs.
You said that's why it's bad too?
It's valuable.
Oh, valuable.
You can get anything you fucking a woman with the right job.
But
nigga, if you fucking somebody at work at Burger King, make sure you get burgers. Like, get something out of all of your relationships. But what the fuck was I saying? I'm off track now. I'm fucking.
Oh no, we were talking about the whole snitching.
Yeah, that's just so ridiculous. Yeah. Like, he was a kid. His mom. Yeah, and like his mom dragged him to the police station.
People say it was wrong. And I remember being on Clubhouse and people were talking about. I remember vividly asking these guys, like, so y'all think he was wrong? And they was like, yeah, that nigga was wrong. He's supposed to live by the streets. And I'm like,
nigga, how do you know?
How do you know? We are grown ass men on Clubhouse right now.
Exactly.
And
you're a grown man. He's a child.
We like in a chat room, in an online chat room, and y'all talking about keeping it real.
I swear to God, niggas be on Clubhouse laying on their stomach with their feet up on some weird shit, just like acting tough, but they like got fucking toenail polish on.
After a long day of frolicking.
A long day of frolicking, go home, take their shirt off, take their bra off, and then go on Clubhouse and talk shit.
So I guess on the flip side of the snitching, do you feel like rappers? How do you feel about when people say free rappers that commit crimes?
I think it's hilarious to say free a rapper as if it's gonna do anything. I guess it's just showing your support for him.
They just want to know, like, yo, you still got me trending out there, right?
Yeah, and it's funny how, like, so you in a gang or you in some sort of criminal or organization, these niggas will enable you to do crimes, help you do shit. If you in an argument with somebody and it's something you should walk away from, they'll egg you on, be like, nah, fuck that nigga up, and then you get locked up for this shit, and they go free you. They're not gonna help you try to get out. They're not gonna give you no money to a lawyer. They're just gonna, all right, free him.
Yeah, that's why, man. That street.
You're not gonna tell me, right? Free him. I'll support you as long as you don't, mention my name.
That shit. Street life is. I'm cool off of that.
I don't want nothing to do with it, and it bothers me that people that have nothing to do with it want something to do with it, man.
Even I remember a few months ago. So I got into a disagreement. I got into a bad disagreement with comedians. They're like my friends in Philly. And it got to the point where I was on some shit like, what's up then? Like, just ready to, like, all right, We could handle this. And I was so mad at myself after the fact because I'm like, why am I reverting back to that person of just being ready to be on go? I don't have to think like that at all. And you know what I listen to? So my friends, they kill me for this because I listen to Ace Hood a lot. I listen to Ace.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's something wrong with you listening to Big Sean though. That shit is crazy. I'm like, nigga, we in the car in 2022 listening to ass. I'm like, why the fuck are we listening to this?
But I listen to Ace Hood just because I love some positive music.
Yeah, he's a positive dude. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But that's what's terrible. You'll get killed for listening to positive rap. You get what I mean? You good?
It's falling off a little bit, but yeah, positivity is cool. I mean, like,
but
it is a little bit. It's not gonna make nobody shake their ass, and that seems like to be the hallmark of acceptable music.
Yeah.
If like you could play this around, some women, and they'd be like, all right, I'm about to, dance to this. Or,
I mean, because I'm not going front. I do love some good Scared of Hoes music.
Everything ain't about the hoes.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta scream. Sometimes you gotta throw in some Griselda.
The hoes got a place in time.
Actually, no, but I'm gonna go back to this. I just thought about something else, but before I make this point, but I listened to Ace Hood because he said on his interlude he was like,
She said interlude.
Yeah, I be listening to Ace Hood interlude just to hear positive affirmations. But he said when he was going through his whole situation with Khaled or whatever when they fell out, he said he started thinking about as many times as he wanted to get upset and just blow up over the situation. He just thought like, damn, what if I just handle this shit with love? So that's how I really be trying to carry shit now.
Yeah, like people gotta act like they got shit to lose.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, if you chilling with a chick and she put on some Griselda, what would you think?
I mean, I'm like, all right, so
like y'all just
she
riding
sees me as a brother, probably, but this is I'll do it. Like,
I mean, no, if you riding in the car, you run like y'all just out. I don't know. Would you? Matter of fact, yeah, you drive. Well,
I would think she's trying to impress me, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Unless like I know her and I know she's into that type of shit, but like sometimes I can tell a woman's just trying out a type of music, and she'll play it around me to see if like, oh, if he likes this, then maybe it's cool, or something like that.
If a girl, I don't know. I guess I don't know how it feel. If we riding together and you put on some West Side Gun or some Benny the Butcher, I'm gonna think like she either about to try to rob me or she about to get out and change this oil. like she must be trying to figure out why her check engine light on or something.
Yeah, she might have been raised by her dad or something, and he's a mechanic.
Or just an old nigga with a pelly.
Just an old nigga that could just do anything with a cigarette in his mouth. It don't matter. He could fix anything. He can fucking correct all types of things without even taking the cigarette out of his mouth. And that's a skill that's lost because we don't smoke cigarettes no more.
Yeah.
Everybody's smoking vapes. You can't talk with a vape in your mouth.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I also wanted to talk about? What I've unlearned since I moved? And this is just even not, I guess it's part of since I moved and since I've grown in comedy. The whole topic of Hollywood emasculating black men.
I mean, they do that. It's a complicated situation for sure. It's funny also. It's like we talking about snitching and Hollywood, two things we got nothing to do with. Neither of us have been in a movie, and neither of us have sold. I mean, I sold like a nickel bag of weed once, but that doesn't make me a hardened criminal.
Right? It was just here. You want this in a small. Yeah, they don't. The feds is not worrying about your little $5 sell.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I was looking around. I was like, all right, put your hand out real quick.
But so I feel a lot different about the topic of emasculation. Excuse me. This is just my COVID. I feel totally different about the topic of emasculating black men since I moved. I feel like it might be true to some extent, but at the same time, it's really not as deep as woke niggas try to make it seem.
I think it's I think it's definitely happening. I think it's definitely a thing where Harvey Weinstein, but he's like gay and into like fucking black dudes.
No,
he wants to see a nigga in a dress in this movie or something.
But I also think this just might be some niggas' only outlet. Like it's niggas in Hollywood that just want to throw on dresses, and this might be their only way to throw on a dress, to put it on, but at the same time not feel that judged.
Yeah,
where it might be their only way to get it off.
It's like maybe they don't want to be a drag queen, but they want to try it out.
Or they just want to show a little bit of their femininity. And
some people just think that shit is funny, which I think Shanae was like the only time I seen a nigga dress up like a woman. I thought that was funny.
I got a few that I like.
All right, let's name. All right, we got a top 5 list coming up. Anthony, top 5 niggas dress up like bitches. Go.
White chicks.
White chicks. Oh no, no. I was watching that like last week or like this past week or some shit. And I couldn't get through it. Their faces are so fucking creepy, and it's like what 2003, 2004. The makeup at that time, it was like, damn, they turned these black dudes into white women.
It wasn't.
But now looking at that shit, it's so like obsolete, I guess, facial like makeup technology or whatever the fuck. That shit creeped me the fuck out.
Like you wanted to be a little attractive.
I just wanted to. They just look like fucking monsters.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure these 2 6-foot niggas following around these 5'3" white women for an hour and a half.
Nigga, I don't think you understand the fear. I felt like
no, I get what you mean.
I just felt like fucking. You ever have a dream where you don't know why you scared, but you scared? It happened, but that was my real life. Like I was just like, what the fuck? My heart was like, I had fucking anxiety or some shit. It just didn't sit well with me.
No, white chicks is my shit.
I had a boner and shit.
Why am I hurt right now watching this comedy?
Scared and my dick hard. My blood is just all over the place in my body. It's just everywhere.
But I think the whole emasculation thing, it comes from 2 places. It comes from, I know years ago Chappelle did this interview with Oprah where he talked about the scene in Blue Streak where I think they wanted him to break out, and they wanted him to break out of jail in a dress, which I definitely respect him standing on. No, I'm not putting
funny,
it on.
First of all,
yeah, so I definitely respect him standing on that. But I think because of that, niggas just ran with it, and everything that a nigga does, whether it's put on a floral shirt or anything, is like, oh, there go Hollywood trying to get this nigga to sell out again.
Yeah, I just feel like the conspiracy, if you got a conspiracy, you should at least be able to give me an end goal. The end goal can't be all black men ending up gay. You know that shit ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Like that don't even make any fucking sense. Like what do they want? They want to turn some black kids gay so that we can't procreate. You know, that actually makes sense. I believe in that now. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, that's totally right. They do want to turn us gay and depopulate us. It's crazy.
Just get real woke on us.
Yeah,
no, but I think it honestly comes from, you only hear it talked about that way in our community. Because I've never heard anybody say, yo, they was trying to emasculate Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, didn't he fucking win an award for that?
I'm not sure. Oh. But I know it was definitely like very critically acclaimed.
Yeah, and he went on to, continue to have success.
Nobody talks about I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
That shit was funny. What, fucking Adam Sandler and Kevin James? Man, that was a funny ass movie. That was like right when homophobia was becoming, like, I guess, discussed in the way that it is now. Mm-hmm. Like there was a period when just being homophobic was funny, and then playfully homophobic but sarcastically homophobic being funny, and then now where being homophobic isn't really funny at all. Yeah. It was in that pocket where it's just like they were fighting for gay rights in the movie and shit. Yeah,
and done in just a very tasteful but still funny way.
So
for both.
Tasteful.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah,
Adam Sandler is like, if his industry need to put some respect on Adam Sandler's name, bro. Uncut Gems never getting recognized by the Academy and shit.
Uncut Gems had me stressed.
That was a good fucking movie, and the Safdie brothers are good at creating them like stressful, high paced fucking environments.
I could watch anything with Sandler. Happy Gilmore. I was just talking to a comic the other day. He said he just watched.
I mean, not anything. That's the point I'm getting at. Is like they snubbed him on a good movie.
I be watching Adam Sandler and The Cobbler.
I would see anything where he's like got his head down and he's sad. I'm not watching that shit. Yeah. But fucking Jack and Jill.
Right, that's another one where if we was to do that, niggas would say, "Look at Hollywood making him put on that dress."
Yeah, and the thing is, my whole problem with that was that shit was just creepy and not funny. It was just weird. It was just unsightly. And it didn't make him seem like less of a man. It made him seem like a dude that's just trying to be funny, and he's not making good choices at the time.
Sandler got no misses in my book.
He's got plenty of misses, but his successes always outweigh them.
Yeah. I get, yeah.
Always. Like fucking Big Daddy. Was it Big Daddy? Yeah.
That's how I feel about Big Sean, though. I be letting his hits outweigh his misses.
Snuck that in there. Nigga, ass. You like that shit? That's
no. I honestly, when Sean first came out, I really wasn't a fan of him, especially because the first song I heard, it was on some poppy shit like ass, and
the one he did with Chris Brown.
Yeah, so I really wasn't feeling him at all until I was going back to Philly. You ever have a song that hit you, or just an artist, his music hit you at a low point in your life?
I wish I could give you an example, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Like just certain music that,
like, just might have got you through some shit, or you just remember vividly where you was at that point in your life. So I got a bunch of music on my iTunes. So I had all his Finally Famous mixtapes, and I used to always just listen to Finally Famous Volume 3 because that's the one. But then I started listening to the first one because I'm like, let me see how he got to this point. And I would listen to it on the Megabus. So I guess
everything hits harder on the Megabus. First of all,
I used to be on the Megabus, looking through the window, listening to Sean, feeling like Jada Pinkett at the end of Set It Off.
Yeah, just looking out the window, like, where is my life gonna take me now?
I'm about to ride off and relocate into Mexico.
My lesbian girlfriend got shot.
Yeah, so that's how I really got into Sean.
I thought there was an artist when I was a teenager. When he first came out, not when he first came out, but when I began to like listen to him, like the development of formerly known as Lil Herb, now G Herbo. When his music came out, it was basically just like, rob a nigga, kill a nigga, shoot a nigga. Came from the projects type of music. But like over time, I would listen to that shit more, and I'd be like, all right, this dude's kind of my age. I think he's like a couple years older than me, maybe like around my age range. But the point is, it was like a black youth in a city completely different than mine, but at the same time not so different. He's going through worse shit than I am in life. He's going through a lot of shit. But it was like I felt like unified with people all across the country just listening to that shit. I'm like, we all going through shit. We all trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna make it to the next point in our lives. And that shit was just like, damn. Like, even though people are miles away going through different shit, we still going through shit, and we black, and people hate us for it for some reason. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's the penises. I don't know why the fuck we get fucked over still.
But that's hilarious to me. I just picture like young you on your skateboard just identifying to this drill shit.
Yeah, like that shit and Joey Badass, nigga. Like that shit was like,
so
damn.
I could definitely see you rocking out to some Joey Badass.
Yeah, those were like two of my favorite artists at one point because I was just like, damn. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm in Philly, he's in New York, Chicago, Earl Sweatshirt in LA, like all these different people that just found a way to make life work for them. Mm-hmm. And that's just what I was trying to do. Just totally different than these people, but just trying to find out how this shit's going to work for me.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that.
I was a sad ass kid, man. I was just a depressing, I was just like always being philosophical. Like I couldn't just smoke weed and just shut the fuck up. That's what you gotta be able to do when you're a teenager. Just go get a hand job and get drunk. Fuck all that school shit.
I'm trying to think. Where'd you go to school?
You talking about college or high school?
High school.
High school. Oh man, I went to like the corniest high school. It was a vocational school. So like
a voc.
It's like a tech high school. Shit. So it's like you pick one thing.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, wow. So it was Swenson. It's in the Northeast.
I don't even know where that shit
is. It's hidden in like a fucking next to like an Enterprise rent-a-car. Like it was just the most random fucking place. But I think there's like it's next to the Northeast Philadelphia airport or
your
some
school
shit.
was just really just hurts.
Just like a bunch of fucking niggas
just a bunch of kids just working on your skateboard decks.
No, seriously, it was like so you could be like in the mechanics program, I think. So
it was like, look, you could do lashes.
you can learn how to wax pussies. You can learn how to fix a car. Or you could do computers.
Oh shit! I went to Catholic school. I went to Catholic school my whole life, like literally from kindergarten to college. I went to St. Joe's.
Okay,
Yeah.
on my phone, point to where the priest touched you. Just up here, down there, in the back, maybe.
Shit.
See, we getting off track again. I'm like, where the fuck is we going with this? We
Right.
had a point. We was on some like
we
deep
was
shit
flowing
for a second, and then we go pedophile jokes. The dilemma of the modern comedian: to be intelligent or not to be.
All right, you want to get into the next segment?
The next segment. Tell them what the next segment is, Anthony.
All right, so before I get out of here, I want to do a special segment every week, just spotlighting creators. So I wanted to do something. So I'm sure you might have heard of the app called Tubi. Tubi is a streaming service where you might find some of your favorite movies. You might find some of your favorite movies or TV shows on there. Like when I first clicked on there, because I just wanted to see what it was about. Because I always see it discussed on Twitter. So I wanted to see what the ad was about. And one of the first movies that popped up was New Jack City. So I was like, oh shit, my shit on here.
Right, and it's absolutely free.
Right,
this app is totally free.
It's totally free. You don't even need you can make a login and register for an account, but you don't even have to. You just get to watch it as soon as you turn it on. So I look at Tubi kind of like the SoundCloud for movies or TV shows, because you have these great classics on there, but then you just also have a bunch of independent filmmakers and up and coming actors and actresses just uploading their work. So I kind of wanted to spotlight that by just watching a movie every week and discussing it, sharing it with the viewers. You might find your new favorite.
Yeah, it's like it seems like there's just some completely independent shit on there. Like,
and
just bought a camera, made a movie. And
I respect it for that reason, because people shit on these movies by saying, "Oh, this movie is bad," and
they are bad. Don't get us wrong; they're bad.
No, some are bad, but some are very enjoyable. Some are very enjoyable. Good watches. But even if they are bad, it still takes a lot of work and effort to make a bad movie.
It does take a lot. You got to pay for it. You
because with a song, me and you together right now, we could make a bad song.
Yeah.
Like we got microphones, we got the sound system. All we just need is a beat and just hit record and just put out a bad song. But to make a bad movie, you got to get spot locations. You got to get everything. You need niggas to hold boom mics. Matter of fact, actually, some of these movies, I'm not even sure if they had a boom mic.
Oh, no. I think they used just whatever fucking microphone came with the camera. If,
Yeah.
If they had like the little piece attachment on the camera, maybe they use that. But the sound quality is
they just had
terrible.
The speaker to an iPhone holding up to the side.
Yeah, like a nigga doing an interview in Times Square just with a phone and just like talking to this. Can I grab your ass for $40? Like that type of shit.
But it take a lot. It take a lot to make these movies.
Yeah,
so.
and we gotta appreciate the black people, because white people love terrible movies. You ever heard of The Room?
No.
I think it's like fucking. There's this movie called The Disaster Artist that James Franco did a couple years ago, and it's like the white Dolomite Is My Name. Essentially, there was a shitty movie that gained like cult classic status.
Yeah,
and apparently it's just the worst shit ever. But for some reason it's enjoyable.
Okay,
and that's what the fuck we're doing here.
So for this week, I wanted to spotlight for the Tubi movie of the week. I wanted to spotlight a movie called Homewrecker.
Homewrecker was a fucking classic.
Homewrecker is based out of Chicago.
Is it? Oh, it's Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like a Chicago sub. I didn't even know they had like black suburbs in Chicago, but I guess they do.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, there's a lot of suburbs out there. Once you get outside of like the main Chicago, once you start going out, this is all suburb.
I really thought it was just like fucking like Lil Durk and then racist Italian people outside of that. but I mean, I'm probably just a full-fledged place with real people.
Yeah, so
assumptions are always wrong.
One thing I like about Tubi movies is the authenticity.
Yeah.
So it makes me like the actors, they aren't the most in shape. Is niggas, is niggas in there with guts. Is messed up hairlines. I appreciate the representation.
Yeah. Oh,
you need,
messed up hairlines.
You need You need some diversity.
Yeah, it's a dude with a spray painted on hairline in Homewrecker.
Yeah, the audio was a little off. I don't know if you peeped that because I watched it on my laptop.
Right.
I watched it on my laptop with my earphones. Mm-hmm. So when you would listen to conversations, you would hear one speaker's audio sounds completely fine, and then when another person speaks, you just hear all this white noise in the background.
Yeah, because they probably don't have like the boom mic. They probably just had like a dude with a camera or like some shit right here, and then the guy was too far from the mic, and they just said fuck it.
The music transitions were off, so a scene might be about to transition to the next room or something, or to the next cut scene, and the music might start while these people are still in the room, and then the song, it was no fade away. It just like would stop right on the dime.
Yeah, the editing and transitions in this movie are like just done enough to have a full movie, but like I don't think they put too much thought. Like the fucking sex scenes are like 3 minutes long. It's like a whole mini porn.
I do like the sex scenes because the sex scenes in Tubi movies are real.
You could tell like stink a little bit too. You could tell like the pussy not that smelling that well.
Like damn, I know it smelled crazy in here.
Yeah, it's just sweaty
because
it's really sweating. No AC.
Like they don't. It's like they don't know that y'all not really supposed to do this.
Yeah, like they in there really fucking.
Yeah, because
it was really wet in the sex scene.
It was one part in there. It was one part in there where the girl she was on top of the guy, and like you really see it just all out from the back.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like they still got their underwear on though. Like I see like the one sex scene, like he hitting it from the back, and then he pull over to the wall, and her panties back on. I'm like, who the fuck put their panties back on midway through?
They just got no continuity. And what else?
You can see her fucking her pubic hair through the sides of the panties and shit. She ain't getting no wax budget, nothing.
One thing that was funny in this movie in Homewrecker is that and when you look up Homewrecker, make sure it's the one with the black people, because it is a white Homewrecker that came out like.
What year did that come out? About
2022.
Okay, so Homewrecker, the new one. The one that we want you to see is 2022. The white one is, I think, like maybe a year or two before that.
Then it was one scene in this movie. It was one scene where the woman is taking a shower. A woman is taking a shower, and her lashes. She's doing her best to make sure her face doesn't get in the water, because she just got her lashes done. She just got her lashes done, so she's like, all right, I understand I'm here for this movie, but. Bitch, I gotta go to work after this.
Yeah, she's like, y'all not paying me enough to fucking redo my makeup and shit.
I still gotta have a beat face for the office tomorrow when we not shooting this. Let me see. So Homewrecker, who's it? This the Homewrecker, the Homewrecker in the movie, the villain. Her name was Eva.
Oh yeah.
So Eva. So basically, this movie is about it's a young couple, married couple, Darlene and Sam. They're looking to make some extra income, and they got a spare room, so they come up with this idea like, we got this extra room, we need some extra money, like we could do a little saving. How about we just rent it out? So they rent it out.
There's very little discussion of that shit too. They're like, you want to just let a stranger move in? All right, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, no background check.
In Chicago.
Yeah. So they move. So she moves in. And also it was one part. So Sam. It was one part where Sam, he tells his wife that he won't be able to make it home because he wanted to stay out. Like, it's Monday Night Football. And he was like, come on, like, the game come on tonight. The Cowgirls playing. Now, I don't know if he said the Cowgirls because either somebody on the writing team is just not a Cowboys fan and they would try to slander them, or it just might be copyright and it might be illegal for them.
I think it's like,
like a joke?
Like, I think he's like, Chicago will be the Bears.
Yeah.
Maybe are they rivals? I don't know enough, but maybe they'll be like, the Cowgirls. We're gonna watch them get beat or whatever.
And what else was I gonna say about this movie? So yeah, in this movie, Who else was in it? Darnell was in it. Darnell, he's in a relationship with Leah. Now, this is the couple that really made me laugh because Darnell is in a relationship with Leah, but he's married. He's married.
And we don't even find out like all the way through. Like it's just kind of just
implied, yeah.
Like, oh yeah, by the way, this dude's married.
And matter of fact, I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna play a clip. I'm gonna play this audio from one of their conversations. Let me see this.
I speak to Eva when I'm not around.
What? Where is this coming from?
Well, I think she been hitting on Sam.
And now you think she's coming on to me?
Well, yeah.
Leah, you need to trust me. I would never do anything to hurt you, and then I would never do anything to cause you not to trust me.
So, you gonna leave your wife for me?
We are not talking about that right now. And to be honest, you need to...
This nigga, nigga said, I would never hurt you.
I hurt my wife. Fuck my wife. I love you.
You don't got no reason to not trust me. Yeah, but I'm just in here with this full apartment with you that I got on the side. I would never lie to you. Just my family.
It's really an accurate portrayal of an ain't shit dude too, because he just like casually is like, yeah, I'm married, but you know, just trust me.
And he just laid up chilling.
Just chilling
in his apartment. Like he told her he gonna leave his mind you, this movie came out in 2022. He tells her, I'm gonna leave my wife for you once my youngest finishes school in 2030.
He said 2030? So this is a 10-year-old?
This is some great niggatry right here.
It's like, if you can wait 8 years, of course I'll marry your dumbass. Clearly, you'll fucking take a gun charge from me.
Hold on, let me play this other clip. This shit is hilarious. This is like when Eva, she kind of just snaps out because she's just tired of all the home wreckers not fully wrecking their homes for her.
Yeah, you know, she's a pretty shitty person. She's fucking married men, and then she's killing them when they don't want to.
Yeah, so this movie, I like this movie because it's a thriller, but they give me a lot of laughs.
All of these, you gotta watch the ones that are unintentionally funny. Yeah. If you're looking for a comedy, don't watch the actual comedies because they write jokes, and you know, low budget writing jokes. You can imagine the jokes aren't be good, but
all right, let me play
this.
This
is
clip.
Real funny.
But Darnell does not love you.
You're right. That's right.
Just like Jeff didn't love me. And all the other men before Jeff. Who the fuck is Jeff?
Who the fuck is Jeff?
They could have redid that take, but I swear to God, they had to be laughing when they shot that shit too. They're like, just keep that one. Because if people are getting bored of this movie, that's the thing. If it's unintentionally shitty, when you're getting bored and the movie's starting to, you know, lose interest, just let it be funny.
Yeah. But if you find the time, man, make sure y'all check out Homewrecker. It's a great movie. Did you have anything you wanted to plug before we got out of here?
Depending on when we put this out, people might be able to catch my show April 9th that I'm running in a nice little restaurant.
We might not put it up by then.
All right, then fucking I got nothing going on.
No, what's your social media?
Oh yeah, people should follow me on as many platforms as they can. I forget my TikTok name because I don't give a fuck about it. TikTok is about to get banned apparently.
Yeah, I'm ready for them to get TikTok out of here.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Because I saw some shit the other day.
Control everything.
No, I'm just tired of everybody doesn't have to be an influencer and everything doesn't have to be content. Yeah. It was this video of this chick the other day. Her Uber driver got out the car and was like trying to tell like, come on, I'm out here waiting for you. And she was just focused on capturing her walk. She was focused on capturing her walk to
Was she doing like a model type of walk to the car?
It was supposed to be a model walk to the car, but her walk was trash. It's like, bitch, if you don't hurry up and stop wasting this man's time with that trash ass walk. So yeah,
what the fuck is that? Is that a genre of TikTok? Like
it's so many
walk to
it's so
Uber?
many weird genres of TikToks. It's TikToks on there with people where I know it's a few guys that have huge followings and their videos they just clean their apartment. People just watch them vacuum.
I like those videos though.
You do?
I'm a clean person and I like cleaning. I'll catch it on passing and I'll enjoy it.
I was hating when I was seeing these videos. I'm like, yo, these niggas got followers. Like, I'm out here trying to think of how I could make y'all laugh, and these niggas out here got followings off of just being adults.
Well, I think
I was hating.
calming and like soothing to certain shit, which is the
I get
problem.
that.
Because this is something I'll do myself. I'll for some reason, maybe I'll get anxious or something, and without even realizing it, I'm scrolling through my phone and just looking at shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm wasting time. Like, I got a fucking book I'm trying to finish reading, or like I gotta write something. Like, I can't be fucking scrolling through shit. But anyway, follow me on Instagram at Asante3000. Follow me on Twitter at Asante's Inferno. It's kind of like the book Dante's Inferno, but it's not Dante's Inferno. It's Asante's Inferno. Me, Asante.
Yeah. And for me, I guess if you listen to this, you might already be following me on one platform, but make sure you follow me on all platforms, on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, just everything, TikTok, at all that and more. And be sure to follow the podcast Instagram page at We Want More. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave a review on iTunes or Spotify, wherever you get your podcast at. Keep supporting. And also, I mean, if you got any topics that you want to hear about, any questions, anything you want to talk about, you can reach us at the podcast email. That's wewantmorepod@gmail.com. And yeah, the podcast Instagram is at wewantmorepod. So yeah, just be sure to follow, subscribe, all that good shit. If you're enjoying the podcast, tell somebody, spread the word, and just keep supporting as this thing grows. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna get out of here.